of course. We scouted him. We start the process after the last day of the draft. So it's a 365-day process. And we were fortunate enough. We followed the child all the way through the summer. And we did not miss a start anytime he had gotten on the mound. We targeted the child from the get-go.
You say child. He's a big child. He's a big boy.
He is a big boy. It does it very easy.
Wow, what a catch by Albert Almora Jr. in left. Gorgeous play. That takes care of Nick Markakis. That's a cap tipper. Almora's out of Miami, fresh up from the minor leagues and getting a chance to play tonight, and turns in a beauty.
Boy, that is gorgeous. Talk is he might be the center fielder for the Cubs for the next decade once things clear out there. So Ian Anderson, tell us a little bit about him, what you liked about him. Well, if the guys will let us talk to you.
That ball's hammered deep. That ball is gone. Adonis Garcia has hit a homer for the first time since opening day. And the Braves have struck first.
You may have to stay a long time. Things are going here.
Yeah. He got that one.
It's only the 5th home run allowed by Hammel. High breaking ball. Hammel didn't want to look because he knew in Wrigley that's a homer. Turns out, bounced right off the top of something out there.
Take a pitch, Tyler. All right.
So Ian Anderson, 6'3", 170, 75-pound right-hander. Very repeatable delivery. Fastball command was pretty good for a kid his age. He's still 17 years old. Pitches at both sides of the plate. Shows you a plus curveball, plus change. Moves the ball around. Can really get the ball to glove side. Definitely down.
That was one of the things that people kept writing about him, was that he had the best delivery in the draft among the high school pitchers. In what way did he have the best delivery?
It was very directional. His delivery worked more north and south instead of east and west for me. And it would just, at time after time, it was like watching, for me, it would be like watching tennis. It doesn't really interest me, but, he does it so easy and it's so repeatable that, you can't really pick it apart. If you're picking that guy apart, you're probably in the wrong business.
I heard you or someone make the comparison to Mike Mussina with regards to Ian.
No question. I mean, the changeup, the breaking ball, he's got that big 11-5 curveball. He drops it in for strikes. He can take something off of it. He can add and subtract to it. When it's late in the count, he'll try to go after you with a power one.
And Brian, we're going to put up on the screen here in a moment the other picks that you made yesterday. It seems that the Braves' organizational philosophy when it comes to the draft is going back to the way it always was here. Pitching, and then get some more pitching. Was that something you all thought of going into this draft?
We did. You know what? We really keep an open mind. We'd like to get that close back.
Tyler Flowers unloads. That ball's going to go. It's 2-0.
How about this?
Like I said, you're going to have to stick around. Boy, that was a no-doubter.
Hit it high, watch it fly on a hot night in Atlanta. It's 2-0. Back-to-back homers, Garcia and Flowers.
Another breaking ball, another hanger. Hammel didn't want to look at that either.
And so Jace Peterson's back from Gwinnett. And he bounces toward first. That's surrounded by Baez at first. 2 outs. Bryant pitching.
Yes, it was. It just kind of worked out that way. The way the draft was set up, we wanted to go back, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Certain guys go in the draft, you can't control it. But, these are guys we targeted. We had bats that we wanted that may have went ahead of us, but we love what we got.
Well, these two guys, Wentz and Muller, were projected much higher, 25th and 26th. That's a steal where you got them at 40 and 44. How'd that happen?
Well, I can tell you, I think our staff did an outstanding job of getting to know the kids. The kids, they were tough signed kids. They were going to institutions. One was going to Virginia, the other one, I want to say Texas. And it's tough, and they, kids change their mind. And we were fortunate enough that we stayed on the phones with them, and and got these guys in these Braves uniforms, and the other two you're going to be just excited about.
That's cool. And a couple of catchers.
We got Brett Cumberland. Yes, we went and got Brett Cumberland, Pac-12 Player of the Year, switch hitting catcher, average catch, average arm, and we think he's really got a chance to hit.
Yeah, he's so good they named a mall after him right near the Braves' new ballpark. So that's going to work out just great in the future, Brian. Fans, it's hard, I'm sure, for fans to understand how different the baseball draft is from the NFL or the NBA. College programs are basically de facto minor league systems for those other sports. When fans see you draft pitchers or position players, for that matter, they don't understand it takes sometimes 3-4 years before those guys get here. How does that factor into your drafting philosophy?
I always say that. They are not robots. And we live in a society that people want things not, 2 days down the road. They want them yesterday, or,
sure.
Yeah. So when you take kids like this, and in our organization with Dave Tremblay and Jonathan Scherholtz, and
good swings here this inning, man.
Hammel is getting whacked.
I must have heard you were up here watching.
Rally guess.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that, it just works out that way.
But there's been some criticism, not a lot of criticism, because the fans think, well, the Braves need some position players. Why don't they draft position players? And it doesn't happen, like you said, overnight. It will take a while. But these pitchers you're drafting are like, as they were saying these days, that's currency. If you need to go get a bat somewhere, and these guys develop like you hope they do.
Joe, that is 100% right. My job is to provide the best players for the Atlanta Braves organization as we possibly can. Our staff works very hard. I have Roy Clark that's been with me, every step of the way since I took over. In the draft room this year, we had 50 years of Paul Snyder every single day down there. So he heard everything about every player, and that's what our job is. We're here to provide players for SunTrust Park and for John Hart and John Copuella to make other acquisitions.
This was your second draft. Feel a little more comfortable after the first one last year?
Very much so. Still a lot of sleepless nights, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm surrounded by Roy and these guys, and they're very experienced.
We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about that. Roy coming back to the organization, guys coming back to the organization that had been here before, know the philosophy, and draft and scout accordingly. And what a great thing that is for the organization to have you guys all together.
It sure is, and I tell you what, and it's a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
Brian, congratulations on your second draft.
Thank you very much.
Still some more work to be done, but appreciate your time. Can't wait to see these kids make it to the big leagues.
Me neither. Thank you, guys.
Brian Bridges, Braves Director of Scouting, our rally guest, helped the Braves score a couple of second-inning runs to lead 2-0.